Hi there and welcome to Boxing Media Hub. We're proudly sponsored by Falcon Contracting and we're here for the live watch along of Jared Anderson versus Ryad Merhy. And we are delighted to be joined by our friend from America, Sirhan. How are you, sir?
Great. How about yourself, Jam? I'm glad to be a part of this. Thank you for having me on.
Absolute pleasure, mate. Absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. We've got Jared Anderson, 16-0-0 at heavyweight, of course, 15 knockouts. He looks the beast. And then we've got Ryad Merhy, 32-2-0 with 26 knockouts, and he's been stopped once. It can't fail to entertain, mate, can it?
No. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Probably the toughest opponent, Jared Anderson, is up to date. Given the opponent's background, being a former cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there, sir. 100%, mate. 100%.
Another thing to be interesting is how his focus is going to be, because remember he had some legal issues here in the state of Ohio, my home state, just not too long ago. We're going to see how he can put that aside and focus on this fight, because Merhy is no pushover.
He's not, mate. He can bang as well, which always makes him a dangerous operator.
See, now we're here.
Definitely. But yeah, it was in a car chase, wasn't he? The real big baby. He was in some sort of car chase.
Yes, high speed with high speed. I guess he ran a bunch of miles and involved with a police chase, and they finally caught him. And he had like felonies coming up after this fight, and he's got court dates coming up.
Yep, he's in big boy trouble, isn't he?
Yes,
the big baby's in big boy trouble. Well, let's hope he delivers on the boxing round here. Let's see what he can do here. We're just about to get underway for round number 1 here. Should be a good fight. I don't know how long it'll last, because these can both bang, can't they?
Yes.
Some good shots coming out there. Anderson's in some real bright kit here, isn't he?
Yeah, that we call it here in America neon green.
That's the one, neon green.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. Definitely. He's popping out the jab well.
Yeah.
Just feel free, mate. If you got
looks very relaxed. Looks very relaxed.
Yep. He does. He does.
Good jab to the body there. That's a part of a lost art in boxing, is a jab to the body, and he threw one there.
Yep. Definitely, mate. Definitely. He looks really slick, and he looks quite well for this fight as well, considering the troubles he's going through.
Yes.
Should be seeing a good bout.
One thing I like already, he's gone to the body at least 3 times for what I've seen.
Yeah, that's always a good sign, Sirhan. Always a good sign, mate. Popping out the
jab.
Yeah, that's the best move, isn't it? You boxed yourself, haven't you, in the past?
Oh, way back, yes. Yeah, one of the things I've always learned, the jab is key, and that's what I'm seeing from Anderson so far. Oh, nice one there.
But it is always the key, isn't it? It opens up
the
opportunities, mate, for sure.
Especially if you put it in the chest and the solar plexus area, it can really second guess your defense, because if you aim high and he squats, you aim at the chest, you can actually duck into a jab.
Exactly. It opens up them doors for sure. Definitely, mate. It's not been a bad start here, but Anderson's just taking his time. He's just sizing him up at the moment, isn't he?
Yes.
Needs to throw a few.
I like how relaxed he is.
He looks really relaxed. Are you a big fan of Anderson's?
Yes. Yeah, I remember when he exploded to the scene of when he came out of the scene like a few years ago, and just getting knockout after knockout. And the arsenal was all there. I mean, you can see the potential in this kid.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Nice right hand there.
He had one fight, didn't he? That wasn't quite his best, and people started doubting him, and I just don't get where that came from.
It happens all the time when you see a guy that gets a bunch of knockouts, and you get a fighter who finds a way to survive the distance. The perception is always going to be he's not himself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a fight or two where you're not yourself to get a feel of what really goes on in that ring. Because if you're like getting all the knockouts like he was, and you get pushed, then the real competition starts to come up, and you're not going to be able to succeed.
Yeah, that's basically it, isn't it? Yeah, that's it in a nutshell, mate. Yeah, that is it. But that's a 10-9 round for Anderson for me.
Yeah, easy round for Anderson.
Yeah, definitely. So we got 1-0 so far for Jared. And I can't imagine it changing because from that first round, Ryad Merhy didn't seem to have much going on, did it?
He was in the defensive posture the whole round for the most part. Because I couldn't even count like 20 punches he threw.
Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. How he beat Tony Yoka, I'll never know. To be honest.
Yeah.
The Frenchman, but he ain't no special no more, is he? Let's be honest.
No. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen him do anything significant.
Yeah, that's true, mate. That's true. He was in the Olympics at one point, wasn't he, Yoka? But that's about the size
Yes.
of it.
Yes.
Well, here we go for round number 2. I'm looking forward to see what Jared does here. Do you fancy him for the knockout here, to be honest, Sam?
Yeah, I like to see him start to put it together here a little bit. But as everybody knows, when you're finding a guy in a defensive posture who's like trying to survive, basically in a survival mode, it's hard to get a knockout.
It is, mate. Yeah, it is. It's like trying to get blood from a stone, isn't it?
Yes.
You're just banging away, but you know he's just going to be tucked up. You're not going to get through. And when you do, he's ready for it.
Yes. He's working that jab real nicely, though, Anderson is. Ooh. Now Merhy's opening up a little bit.
He's starting to.
Yeah.
Still like, he caught Anderson with one there, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he got it with an overhand right after, on top of a lazy jab of Anderson's.
Yeah. That's where he needs to tuck up a bit, doesn't he, Anderson? He needs to tidy up that, wild shots, because that's when you get took out at this kind of weight.
Yes. Anderson coming forward, not doing much, but now he switches to a southpaw stance here. This ought to be interesting.
I've never seen him do that before, to be honest.
Me neither. Got a couple right jabs in the midsection there.
He's really trying to work him, isn't he? He's got him pinned on the ropes now. He's really trying to work him.
He's actually thrown a few right jabs out of that southpaw stance.
Yeah, which is confusing me. It's just popping them out, isn't he? It's really confusing. I've not seen him fight like this. Maybe he's learned something new in the gym.
Probably something new. Maybe trying to change things up to get the opponent to open up so he can put some punches together himself.
That's it, son. Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely.
Oh, nice jab.
Let's just hope he gets firing soon. I just want to see him knock him out, to be honest. I want to see Jaron get this knockout and prove everyone wrong.
Yes.
So I'm sick of people saying that he was a letdown just because that last fight wasn't as good as the rest.
Now, it's the same thing with basically every heavyweight that gets every knockout, and then you see a heavyweight that goes a distance like that, you're going to start to hear the negative feedback.
That's it, mate. That's it. And it starts to grate on them. They don't look at what happened to Deontay Wilder and people like that.
Yes.
Charles Martin, they're kings for a day, and then all of a sudden they're the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Especially, no offense, but especially American boxers, they get the worst, butt of it, don't they?
Oh, it's always been that way. Ever since even the days of Ali, even before that, it's always been like that.
Yeah, it's because you set the standard so high, bro. That's what it is.
Yes, the high standard. I agree.
Yeah, that's the problem. You know what I mean? So because you set it so high, people just fall short and they just slaughter them, don't they?
Right.
And that's the end of round 2. How are you scoring that? I'd give that 10-9 again.
Yeah, two rounds to nothing for Jared Anderson.
Yeah.
And a couple good fights coming up here. Inoue versus Neri and Lomachenko versus Kambosos. Be interesting to see how much Loma has left.
Yeah, can't wait for that, to be honest. I think Loma takes that. I think Loma takes it. Loma's just too slick.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I agree. I think he goes down there and wins that one. Another guy they just showed in an advertisement that's underrated, doesn't get talked about, is Emmanuel Navarrete. That's a guy I really like.
Navarrete, yeah, do like him. I've not actually seen that much of him live because he doesn't get shown that much over here in the UK. But he's a very good fighter. What I've seen of him online.
Yes, go, anybody, are you guys out there? Google his 2 fights with Isaac Dogbo. He showed a lot of stuff in those fights.
I think they're the only fights I've seen of him.
Yeah,
Yeah, against
and
Dogbo.
even his win over Oscar Valdez was a good one too.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them, but I've not watched most of them. That's the thing. Like his early career, didn't see that, bro. Yeah. Love Dogbo though. Dogbo's an absolute warrior, bro, isn't he?
Yeah, Dogbo's a tough fighter. Just Navarrete was just a complex style for him.
Yeah, too much. Just too much for him.
And we're in round 3. Again, more jabbing from Anderson. The other guy just offering Murray's offering just next to nothing right now.
He looks like he knows that Anderson can hurt him at any point.
Yes, and I guess for now, like he's trying to survive as long as he can.
Yeah, 100% agree, Serhan. 100%. He's dominating with his presence, isn't he? Like his presence is dominating him.
Yes, I agree.
I can see a stoppage coming in this fight, to be quite honest. I know it's only 10 rounds, but I see this ending before the 5th or 6th.
Yeah, I agree. If he keeps on like this, and he'll start fighting through the guard, and there he's starting to open up now.
He just seems to be backing up to the ropes with his hands up. He's scared of what's coming from Anderson.
Yeah, it is.
Cut there.
Yeah, we have an old saying in America. I don't know if you guys have it over there. Something called sparring partner syndrome. That's what, but like a glorified sparring match so far. Is what this is. Anderson's just doing everything that he wants. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's just walking back with his gloves up. He's literally like a sparring partner. That's so true. So true. Anderson's just picking him off. Like it's just easy pickings.
I'm impressed with his jab tonight. I mean, he's pumped the jab a lot.
It's been strong, Serhan, for sure. He looks good, man. He looks good. I liked him anyway. People wrote him off, like I said, after the last fight over here. I don't think he was that bad. Yeah, it wasn't as explosive as he has been, but it wasn't bad. He still won, didn't he?
Yes, probably a good learning experience for him. Now he can.
Yeah.
Now he tasted, what it's like not having to throw your power, and the guy finds a way to survive the distance.
Yeah, you learn more from them fights than you do blowing them out in a round or two.
Yes.
But yeah, he's stalking him here, and Merhy's just walking away, just looks scared. He really does. He just looks scared of what Jared Anderson can do here. It looks a mismatch, to be honest, Serhan, doesn't it? It looks a mismatch.
Yeah, the rounds. Oh, not nice. Little nice combination there from Murray, but didn't do much. But still 3-0 to Anderson after 3 rounds.
Definitely. I don't think anyone in the world could argue with that, mate.
One fight I'm glad it's finally gotten signed. I'm looking forward to Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol.
Oh wow! I cannot wait for that. Who you got for it? I'm thinking Bivol, to be honest, but I've been told I'm silly because I love.
Not really. I'll just say this: if this was 2 years ago, I would pick Bivol in a heartbeat because because Beterbiev hasn't seen anyone at the skill level of a Bivol. I'll probably give a slight lean to Bivol, but Beterbiev, like he showed against Alexander Gvozdyk, he can turn it up and take you out anytime he wants. Yes. He did it to Gvozdyk. He did it to Joe Smith. He did his last fight. I can't remember the opponent's name. Just out of nowhere, he can just turn it up and take you out.
That's what he does.
Always dangerous.
He really is a dangerous mofo. He really is. Bivol, though, the way he took care of Canelo, just like the boxing and all that. That's what gave me the edge for Bivol. But it's going to be a tricky fight. It's basically who lands first, isn't it?
And people talk about Beterbiev with his power. His boxing ability is better than you think.
Yeah, he is a very good boxer. He is a very good boxer. I can't wait for that one, to be honest. It's one of the fights of the decade, mate. It really is. For sure.
It is.
For sure. Well, we're into round 4 here now. Anderson's got Merhy pinned on the ropes again. Story of the fight. It's just a matter of time, in my opinion. He gets him out of here.
He's doing the right thing. He's just taking what's there because the other guy, Murray is just offering nothing in terms of offense right now.
He's really not, Sirhan. He's really not, mate. He's just backing up, backing up. He doesn't want to know, does he? He really does not want to know the game at the minute. He's just trying to survive. I think he just wants to get through 10 rounds with him. And that's a shame. If you're going to go in there, at least have a go into it. You know what I mean?
If you're gonna lose, at least go out on a shield.
That's it, matey. Yeah, go out trying. Go out trying at least.
One thing I'll say I've been impressed with is Jared Anderson's fought well out of not just the conventional stance, but also the southpaw stance.
Yeah, definitely. He's just trying to confuse him, isn't he? And it's working.
Yes.
Working. I've been quite impressed with him anyway. I have. Jared Anderson.
I have been, yes.
Fighter. Like I say, he took a lot of stick over here after his last fight for some reason. When he was against that Argent, was it Rudenko? I thought he was decent still against that Ukrainian lad. I thought he was good. Yeah, I know he only won, was it points that time? No, he knocked him out in round 5. It wasn't the points, was it? But people said it wasn't a bad performance and he's overhyped. I don't see it.
Well, it's just, again, it goes back because we're used to seeing a guy just wiping you out in a snap of a fingers, and then we see that and you just act like it's a letdown. It's boxing, it always happens.
That's the problem, isn't it, mate? They set the standards too high and then you expect too much. Definitely, definitely. Happens to the best of boxers, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, I've seen it. I've seen it time after time after time.
Well, here we are in round number 4. There's 6 seconds to go, and Jared Anderson's still in full control of this fight. For us, he's 3 rounds up, about to be 4 rounds up.
Yeah, it's a shutout right now.
Definitely, mate, definitely. He's pretty comfortable as well. Like, he's offering no resistance, is he?
No.
Belgian. He's not offering any resistance whatsoever. I just don't understand what his game plan is. He's not even trying, is he? Let's be honest.
If he thinks he's going to try and take Anderson in the late rounds, I mean, it's doable. But if you're going to do that, you might as well just throw some punches. Because you can't just go in the late rounds and just don't do anything. Because if anything, Jared Anderson can just sit back and relax himself. I mean, I've been impressed with how relaxed he's been tonight. He's just taking what's there.
Yeah, he's barely broke a sweat, has he, mate? Let's be honest. He's barely broke a sweat. He has barely broke a sweat. He's going to be ready to knock him out whenever it comes to it. So if that lad, the Belgian Merhy, does start throwing punches, he's going to get taken out by Jared Anderson for sure. It's just a matter of time, isn't it?
Yes.
If he comes at him, he's going to get cleaned up. He's got no sweat on his face. Yeah, he's wet on the body because he's got water on him. But he has not even broke a sweat yet.
Not really.
Is a danger man in this division. He really is. I think he cleans up once AJ, Usyk, and Fury go, which ain't long. I think that's next in line. I really believe
he's coming up. He's coming up. He's coming up.
Yeah, I think he's next in line to that.
Yeah, I agree.
I really do. I got a lot of stick early on X as well, but I really believe that. I think he's next in line.
Yeah, I think so. So he tries. He's starting to open up a little bit. Nice right hand there by Anderson.
Throwing some good shots. He's looking for the haymakers now. The overhand.
Good double left hook.
He's really working him. Man, he's just not throwing anything, is he? What is he even here for?
And when he throws like a 1 or 2 punch combination and just stands the rest of the round.
That's it. Yeah, it's embarrassing, really. I wonder what he's getting paid for this. I'd do this for that. If he gets a couple of grand, I'd do this. Throw 2
Same here.
I'd get my teeth knocked out, but I'd do it nevertheless.
Right.
He's popping out the jabs again.
Yeah, his jab has been very impressive in this fight. so
Really,
far.
it really has, Serhan. It really has. Would you say he's one of your favourite heavyweights at the moment, Anderson?
Yes. Yes.
I'd agree with you, to be honest. He's right up there for me now. Right up there.
Yeah, it's climbing up there because outside of Fury, Usyk, and AJ, there isn't much.
There ain't. Zhang's done. Joyce is garbage, as we seen last time out. There's not really much else. There's not really much else.
I know Zhang just lost to Joseph Parker not too long ago, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Joseph Parker, he's one I forgot. He's a very decent operator. But he already lost to AJ. He lost before that to Joe Joyce.
Right. Yeah, I think Anderson could beat him.
Oh, I think Anderson could beat him easy. Yeah. I believe that, definitely. To be honest, I think Anderson beats most of them.
Yeah, I think so. The only three I pause on are the big three we mentioned. Fury, Usyk, and
AJ.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because those three it's a different skill for him. I'll just see him maybe fight a Joseph Parker type next, a guy who pushes him at that level, so we can see where he can go to next.
Yeah, 100%, son. Yeah, definitely. That's what I'd like to see. I'm thinking maybe if he went in with Zhilei Zhang.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yes,
that'd be a good fight because he's just coming off a loss, and I think or Deontay Wilder, put him in with Deontay. Imagine that.
I think somebody said he wanted him at some point too.
I think he knocks Wilder out.
Oh, I think so too. Yeah, basically, after the second Fury fight, Wilder was done.
Yeah, he really was. He had a little bit of a go in the third, didn't he? But he was never the same.
Nah.
He was never the same. Well, I've got that 5-0.
Same as it's basically a glorified sparring match right now. Anderson's just doing everything he wants. I'm just impressed with not just his jab, but his ability to fight both conventional and southpaw. Because you seldom see boxers fight well out of both stances like this.
Yeah, he looks very slick. He really does. I'm very impressed with his boxing style, to be honest. I knew he was a bit of a banger, and I knew he was decent, but he showed me something different here with his switching of the stance and just the way he's conducting himself. He looks really
relaxed, poised, and focused.
Yeah, he looks really good. Really good. His opponent has not had a single punch landed that I know of. And that's always a good sign when you start the 6th round and he's not even landed a decent shot. But it can all change in the heavyweight game, Serhan, as we know.
Oh, you kidding me? I remember way back in 1980 when John Tate was up basically the first 14 rounds of the fight, looked like he had the fight won, and he fights Mike Weaver like a minute left in the 15th round, a haymaker left hook, and John Tate is gone out for the count.
Yeah, I've seen it, but not in the 15. But I'm only 40. But when I was younger, there was a lad called Danny Williams.
Oh yes,
he fought with a dislocated shoulder from the first.
I heard the story about that. He was a dislocated shoulder. Look, he was going to lose, and I don't know where the guy gets knocked out.
That's the one, mate. Yeah, I was there. I was at that. It was in
really
South London, and he went all the way to the last round, and then somehow pulled this punch out with his other arm, his weaker arm, and knocked him spark out in the 12th.
Wow.
Unbelievable. I can't remember the lad's name who he fought now, but
I remember the story about that one with Danny Williams, because they talked about it, and when he beat Tyson and lost to Vitaly Klitschko, it was brought up in the preludes. I remember it being talked about.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, I can't remember the lad's name. Was it Michael Sprott? No, it wasn't Michael Sprott, was it? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant anyway. But yeah, it was.
But yeah, the story was brought up quite a few times. I remember it being talked about.
Yeah, it was a cracking fight. Just because of that, it made it so elegant. You know what I mean? It was an amazing moment in British boxing.
Yeah, the depth of British heavyweight boxing is very deep and rich.
Yeah,
I mean, even way before our time, going back to a guy named Bob Fitzsimmons, which is what makes Lennox Lewis's title run significant, because it was over 100 years since your country had a heavyweight champion, and when Lewis got it, it broke the history.
He did.
We broke history, yes.
in essence, Lennox Lewis actually Canadian, though, isn't he?
Yes.
Which makes it worse. Like we still
Right.
have Frank Bruno was the next one, wasn't it? So
Well, he did eventually win it when he beat McCall in '95.
yeah, 3 failed attempts, though, didn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, the good guy. I mean, the guys he fought were Tim Witherspoon, Mike Tyson, and Lennox Lewis. I mean, that's all you need to know. I mean, all credit to Frank Bruno.
Warrior,
Yeah.
absolute warrior,
Yes.
mate. Frank Bruno, absolute warrior, MBE legend. He's a legend.
Oh, he is.
Jared Anderson is dancing around
Yeah,
here.
yeah, I noticed that.
Around the ring. This is
And
light work.
I'm seeing highlights of this kid here, Abdullah Mason. I've heard about this guy. The first time I saw him earlier, this kid looked like he has some potential. You
I'm
see,
telling you, Han, he was my pick for fighter of the year, like for young prospect of the year this year. My friend went for Floyd Kid Austin. I went for Abdullah Mason. I'm telling you, mate, he is something very spectacular. He is going to be multiple unified world champions and multiple weight world champions. He really is. He is that good, mate. He is that good.
Yeah, he was very impressive tonight.
Yeah, he was. He was. They showed it as an intermediate fight before this one, didn't they, as well? But
Yes.
honestly, he is something special, Abdullah Mason. He really is. Like I said, my friend Neutral, he went for Kid Floyd Schofield, who's a very good operator himself. Who was the other one? There was another one that someone picked. Oh, it's irrelevant anyway. I can't even remember his name now, but I went for Abdullah Mason. Oh, Shushu, that was it. Carrington, Bruce Carrington.
Yes.
Was the other one my other mate went for. I think I picked the best one, to be honest.
Yes, you did. You did 100%.
Abdullah Mason, mate. Absolutely.
Yes.
He looks like he's going to be something very, very special.
Yes, I agree.
Definitely. Right, we're into round number 7 10.
It's the same thing. It's 6-0 right now. There's no other way to score it.
There isn't.
It's the same thing. Yes. They just show the punch count. I mean, it's like almost a 4-to-1 ratio in punches landed right now in favor of Anderson.
It's a masterclass, isn't it? It's a masterclass in boxing lessons here. I don't even know why Merhy's turned up because he's not barely thrown a punch. Anderson has just bullied.
Yeah.
Dominated from start to now.
And it now seems like Anderson wants to find an opening and basically take advantage and probably get him out of there.
Yeah. He wants to make a statement, don't he?
Yes.
Let's hope he gets it, sir. Let's hope he gets it. He's definitely going for it now. But I'm embarrassed by Merhy, though. He's really not going for it at all, is he?
No. It makes you wonder how he's performing, if you know what I mean. I don't know what he's thinking. He's basically now, I guess he's trying to survive.
He's got to be the most negative boxer I think I've ever seen. Like, I would honestly say that. He's the most negative boxer I've ever seen. He's not throwing anything. He's either scared or he just does not like to fight.
Well, at least to our eyes, from what you and I are seeing right now.
Yeah, that's it. He's probably trained really hard, you know what I mean? But then he's doing this, and it's just
it's terrible. It's a bad look for him.
On it, doesn't it? Just want to see a bit of excitement. I want to see him throw back, and then Anderson have to take him out, you know. But he's just not opening up.
That's probably going to be the next test. That's going to be probably the next test for Anderson is how he fights a guy who's going to throw back.
That's what I want to see, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned guys like a Zhang or even a Parker or even a Wilder. He say what you want about them guys, but they can hit. They can hit when if they hit you. They can do damage.
Yeah, and they'll try. They'll certainly try, Sohan. They'll certainly try, mate. That's the thing. They'll always have a go. You know what I mean? Whereas this guy's just not having a go, is he?
No, he's not.
Quite embarrassing to watch, to be honest. That's another round for Anderson. That's 7-0. 7-0. It's just not good enough from Merhy. He's not even trying, to be honest.
No, he isn't.
Just hope he raises his game for the last 3 rounds. But I can't see it, mate. I think it's just going to be the same stuff going on again. I really do. I think the ring card girl is about the most excitement the crowd's had all night.
Right. Look at the punch. Look at the punches thrown. The guy hasn't even thrown. The opponent hasn't even thrown 20 punches around in any of the 7 rounds so far. The last 2 rounds, he only thrown 8 in each round.
Oh. He's obviously scared of Anderson. He's clearly scared by his reputation, isn't he?
Yes.
And the real big baby is a dangerous operator. So I can understand you being a bit mindful. But if you're going to step in the ring and you're going to take a payday to fight him, at least have a go, innit?
Yes. Try.
Yeah. They could have got some journeyman who would at least have a crack for half
Yes.
the price. You know, this guy was meant to be a decent fighter. He beat Tony Yoka. You know, he's meant to be a decent operator. He's not looking like it at all, is he, sir? At all.
Not at all.
Not at all, mate. Not at all. Again, that jab is just brutal from Anderson. He's just whacking it straight in his chops. And he's got no answer.
And he's landing jabs out of both stances, from the orthodox and the southpaw. That's just very impressive. I've seldom seen this.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Yeah, I've never seen him act like this. I've never seen him fight so calm. He's so calm. He's not looking for the knockout. He's not looking to just take him out. He is just happy to just keep popping that jab out. He's boxing like a boxer rather than a brawler like he normally is. And that's good to see in a way, Sirhan, because it could lead him in good stead for the future.
Yeah, it goes back to what you and I were talking about with this last couple, where people giving a negative run for the last performances. The thing is, when you have something like that, and you have a performance like this, it's going to do nothing but help you in the long run.
That's it, mate. Yeah, he's proving his boxing worth here. Proving that he's a real boxer, not just a banger. So I appreciate that. I like it. I like that he's showing his boxing styles there. Although against very, very disappointing opposition.
Yes.
But you can only beat what's in front of you, mate, can't you?
Basically, you're just taking what's given, and he's basically taking what is given against a guy who's just right now looks like he's just there to survive. Ooh, he just missed an uppercut that might have just ended it. He just missed. Ugh.
He's looking for that shot now.
Yeah, he's going in. He's going in now.
He's looking for that ending. He wants to get this guy out of there. He don't want to be in that gets 10 rounds with this clown who's not fighting back.
Right.
I hope he gets it now as well, because he deserves it. He's absolutely dominated this from start to finish. Just the crowning jewel would be to get the knockout.
Yes.
Come on, Jared. Let's have some of it, lad. Go on, go for the uppercut again.
Ooh, just missed a left hook. Actually, didn't really miss. He hit him and he just pulled away with a punch.
Yeah, he was like ducking and pulling at the same time, wasn't he?
Yes. There's that jab that's been his money punch all night long.
Yep. He's just killed him with it. He's absolutely kept him on that jab like that was his food.
Yes. And of course, there's a couple of weeks, Naoya Inoue versus Lewis Neary. That's going to be a good one. But I think another exhibition for Inoue.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I don't like Neary because he's a drugs cheat. So
he is.
I can't.
Inoue is going to beat the bejesus out of him, in my opinion. Outside of Terrence Crawford and maybe Alexander Usyk, most skilled fighter in the world, in my opinion. And here's a good one for your side of the pond: the rematch between Josh Taylor and Cattrall.
Yeah, Jack Cattrall. Yeah, definitely, mate. That's not long away. That's going to be good.
Yeah,
going to be good. I can't wait for that. I think Josh Taylor's going to school him this time.
Yes.
I really do. Taylor's such a more skilled boxer. Cattrall just caught him on an off day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he'll catch him an off day again.
Yeah. You never know. You never know. You never know.
Right.
When Mayweather fought, do you remember Marcos Maidana?
Mm-hmm.
When they fought, right? And Maidana could have easily got that points win. against
Yes.
Mayweather. Just had that bad day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When the slick boxer just has a really bad performance. That was Josh Taylor's performance against Jack Catterall. But you never know till they get it on again.
The only minor concern I have with Taylor is he's had a couple rough fights over the past couple years. One against Regis Prograis, and of course the loss to Tio.
That was brutal. Tio won.
Right. I remember the Regis one. Woo!
I love Rougarou. I love Rougarou. He doesn't get enough credit, mate, over here. I love Rougarou. I think he's a fantastic fighter. I really do. Regis Prograis is one of my favourites.
Yes, I love him too.
War.
If I'm correct, didn't he break Taylor's jaw or something like that in that fight?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Right, snapped it. He was out for 6 months after that.
Yeah, because I know Regis can crack.
He really can, mate, by the sounds of it. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I'd love to see him back over here. I'd love to see Regis come over here and fight someone at the moment. But he's on a bit of a decline at the moment, isn't he? Let's be honest. He's on
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't look all that great when he lost to Devin Haney.
Yeah.
But then again, we're talking about Devin Haney here, a top 10 pound for pound fighter himself.
I think Haney's one of the best. I think Haney's going to prove the world wrong. I think he's going to be pound for pound at one point.
Oh, he is. He's on his way.
Really do believe that. I think he's a fantastic fighter. I was watching his space with WSB Remy the other day, and he talks so confident. He's a God man, a God-fearing man, and he just talks the truth. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I just believe he is going on to greatness. I think he makes light work of Ryan Garcia.
I think so too. Yeah, Garcia's in for a rude awakening. He had one rude awakening against Tank. Second one coming up here.
I would 100% agree with that, mate. And I think he's going to get knocked out. I think Haney, I know he calls him pillow fists. I think Haney stops him.
I think so too.
I really do. I think Haney takes him within 6 or 7. Garcia's going to come out too hungry, too aggressive. He's going to let his emotions rule his heart, and he's going to get taken out.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And as well, because Garcia's been talking some nasty rubbish.
The guy, I don't know what's wrong with the guy's head. I'll just leave it at
that. yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. I got banned from X because of him the other day, but they let me back on, thank God.
Right.
All I said to him was, he was telling about he's going to kill Haney in the ring, and I said, I thought you was a God-loving man, and I get banned, and he's allowed on still.
Right.
He's got more followers than me, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just because he's got more followers, brother. That's all it is.
It is.
He pays for the verification code.
Right.
But that's the end of the night.
Right.
An Anderson round.
Same
this
thing.
Is an absolute whitewash here.
It's gonna. He'll probably be a 10-0 decision all the way around.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to be. I can't see how they can even make a case for Ryad Merhy winning anything in this fight. He has been one of the worst opponents I think I've ever seen.
Oh yes.
He's been so negative. He's not through any punches. He's just stood there with his gloves up, dancing around, not even moving that well.
Right.
Like you said in the first round, Sirhan, you said he's a sparring partner.
Mm-hmm.
He's barely been that now, has he, over the rounds?
Right.
Such a shame for Jared, though, because it makes Jared look bad because he's not got to show his skills again.
Yeah, some people want to spin this as something negative again.
Oh, he'll get battered on X. They'll smash him up saying he didn't do nothing, he didn't get this bum out of there. But you can't beat someone who's just not fighting back, you know what I mean?
Right. The guy was in survivor mode by about the second round on, and he looked like he still is.
Yeah.
And Anderson is just peppering him with a jab. I mean, that's the only thing. If it works, keep at it. That's what he's doing with it.
He's done what the art of boxing is, mate. The sweet science. He's hit and not got hit, and that's what the end of the game is. So basically, Anderson has done the perfect game.
Yes.
And you can't argue with that, can you? Really? And
he's
going to be 100-90 on all 3 scorecards, unless these judges are dumb.
Right. Yeah. That's. We don't get that here. I've lost count over the years how many times I've had to say that.
Yeah, trust me, I had to say it earlier. We had a fight over here earlier, mate. I don't know if you watched the British card earlier. They had Ellie Scotney. She was fighting for 2 world titles. She won every round pretty comfortably. One of the judges gave it 96-94. And she had a knockdown. It was just unbelievable. It's not even mathematically possible, but they still gave it 96-94.
I don't follow much of the women's type, but I've heard good things about her on your side of the pond.
Oh, she's fantastic, mate. Is Ellie Scotney? She's fantastic. Rhiannon Dixon as well, another great one.
I've seen Dixon. That lady, she can fight. I'll give her. She can fight. I've seen the footage. I've seen the footage that's been shown in the tapes. She can't fight. She's got some skill.
She really has, mate. Keep your eye out for her. She's going on to big honours. I'm telling you, she's coming for all the smoke. She's really good.
Oh yes.
She can bang as well. She can punch, she can get the knockouts.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we're in the 10th round here. We've got 50 seconds to go. There's nothing to really say on it because it's a foregone conclusion that Ryad Anderson has absolutely wiped the floor with this book.
Yeah.
It's been a mismatch. Honestly, I'm embarrassed to even say that I'm going to listen for the scorecard because it's going to be 190 on all 3 cards. There's no other option.
Right.
It's just been a masterclass of boxing. He really has just peppered him with that jab from the orthodox and the southpaw stance. He's just done what he pleases, hasn't he?
Right.
And that's
there's a little push, but that's the only action we got out of Merhy tonight.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, he had a little push. That's about the best we've got from him.
Yes.
That's the most aggressive he got all night.
Right.
He's been an embarrassment. For somebody with 26 knockouts, it's quite embarrassing, isn't it?
Yes.
It really, really is. I don't even think we need to wait for the scorecards here because this is a definite 100 to 90.
Yes.
We will do it just for professionality. We will wait for the scorecard. But it is absolutely ridiculous how easy that was for Ryad Anderson. He made it look such light work.
I mean, the jab was nice. As I said, he boxed well out of both stances. I seldom see this. He was great with a jab from the left jab from the conventional stance, and when he switched to southpaw, he was great with the right jab.
Yeah, I was impressed with his movement, 100%. He's definitely made a bigger fan of me than I was already. I already liked him.
Yes. Yeah, I did too.
I thought he was just a bit of a brawler, a bit of a banger, and he might get found out. But seeing his boxing style today, he can box as well as bang, and that is only good for the sport.
Yes. Now it's time for us to put him against better competition. We talked about someone like a Zhang or a Parker.
Yeah, definitely. That's the kind of level he should be getting to now.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Just waiting for the scorecards, mate. What I'll have to do is I'll have to turn my volume up, so I'll have to go on mute a sec.
Okay.
I'll be straight back with the scorecards, okay?
Great.
See you in a second, buddy.
Okay.
They're still not quite ready yet, mate. I don't know what's so long.
Actually, we're talking about future fights. Here's one I know is big on out there on your side upon you with an interest. Fury Usyk.
Oh wow, can't wait for that, mate. Can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I think Usyk wins it for me. Usyk's too good. He's just too good.
I think so too, but that's not right off Fury at all. Especially everybody was doing it after the Nagano fight, but I think that's because of the spectacle of the event. I think he sort of did it on acting like that on purpose. Again, it's just me because of the circumstances. I think he'll be better this time, but I agree. I think Usyk just has all the answers.
Yeah, Usyk's. I'd love to see Usyk beat Fury and then him fight Jai Opetaia at heavyweight. I think that'd be the fight.
Yes, that'd be a good one.
Opatai is a beast, mate. He's a beast. We've had him on there before on Boxing Media Hub. If you've not seen it, mate, go through our back catalogue.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, we've had.
Yeah, I get your notification. I get your notification from time to time. I catch it on the tail end because when you're on there, I'm in the workplace. I usually catch the replays when I get home.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, because obviously different time zones, isn't it?
Yes.
That's the problem, you know what I mean? But go through the back catalogue, mate. There's some great interviews on there. We've had Jai Opataya. We've not had Usyk yet, or Fury. Fury won't come on because we slagged him off once, but never mind. We've had everyone else. Katie Taylor. We've had
talking about women that can fight. Talking about women that can fight. Katie Taylor.
All right, mate. I've just got to go and do this one because I've got to get the scorecards. See you in a second, bud. Exactly as we said, mate. 100 to 90 on all three. Just like we thought.
It couldn't be anything else.
100 to 90 on all three. We've got a comment from Mark Pascua, who won. Jared Anderson, every single round, absolutely bossed him, start to finish, masterclass boxing expedition.
It was basically a glorified sparring session. The guy basically fought to survive the 10 rounds. Anderson just kept the jab in his face all night long, kept him on the defensive. The guy didn't even offer anything much offensively. Guy didn't even throw more than 20 punches in a single round.
I think they said something on here a minute ago that Jared threw over 180 jabs in one fight or something, and it's the most by a heavyweight in a single bout for a 10 round.
That's great, yeah. And I've seen a lot of great jabbers in the heavyweight division ever, from Ali to Holmes to Lennox Lewis. Nobody throws that many in the heavyweight division jab wise.
Shout out to my friend Lebay Bassimo Timo. Bless up. And then we've got Ramis Tails, who won, sir. It was an absolute masterclass.
Yeah, Jared Anderson won every minute of every round.
The big baby won it and he dominated it. And then we got Tails, who won. Yeah, same. Jared Anderson, absolute masterclass. But for everyone joining us now, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. It's been me and Sir Handei. He's a top man. You'll see him again, hopefully, in the future.
Yes.
Thank you for joining me, mate. We'll leave it there. You stay blessed. This has been Boxing Media Hub. Jared Anderson made it look easy. We'll be back for the next one, and we'll see you then. God bless.